Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. It's going to be a violent episode, I think. We're going to start things off pretty brutally right here. So we have a problem to be resolved. We definitely want to have Ungrim lightning strike one of these armies out. Right, and then he'll take a lot of damage in the battle, but then we can turn our relatively fresh-ish force plus Ungrim against the other army. So these new guys coming in have a lot of black orcs, and that worries me a little bit. The orc boar-boy biggins are maybe not as dangerous as I thought. They were kind of unimpressive in the last battle, but shouldn't write them off just yet. This is a pretty scary force. We're probably better off just chasing after Grimgor, right? Like, he has 4 full units of... pretty much full units of big boar-boy biggins, but he has very little in the way of actual ground troops. Yeah, we're going to be able to break him more easily, and he's in the settlement and in march mode, so if we do just break their morale, they'll all be destroyed. They have nowhere to run. Alright, let's get in here. Is this a good idea? Yeah, we can do this. The balance of power bar doesn't like it, but it doesn't know what it's talking about. Plus, this is the first time this is going to come up, but defeating legendary lords in battle can give you special traits. So if we win this battle here and wipe out Grimgor Ironhide, I would expect that that Ungrim will get the I defeated Grimgor Ironhide trait. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm sure it's something melee stats related, but there's a bunch of different ones. Every legendary lord has one. Some of them are things like extra public order in your provinces, or they're all sort of like thematically appropriate to the lord. So based on the fact that this is Grimgor Ironhide, the greatest fighter potentially in the canon, I would expect it to be something directly fighting related. Is he I don't know. He beat up a lot of guys. I'm pretty sure that in the storyline he beat up Archaon at some point, so that's something. That's a point in his favor. I don't really get into that whole, like, which fictional character could beat which fictional character thing, but in this case, I sort of backed myself into a corner on it by saying that he was the greatest fighter in the canon. So a flat field battle, I'm pretty sure, favors us because of the catapults. They're just going to get shot at by catapults a lot. That's how this battle's going to go. That's how all of our battles with greenskins are going to go. And I should say, by the way, I do kind of want to try to set up toward the edge of the field again, just trying to reduce the ability... Alright, we're going to start setting up further away here. There we go. Just to reduce the ability of the cavalry to flank us. And he has basically no ranged, so I think we can just set our guys up pretty much in front of the ranged here. Nice and easy, just to catch cavalry coming in. Oh, right, this is the army that has the Thunderers. Well, let's split some of these units off to the side a little bit. Don't want to block the shot. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. And then Slayers behind, we'll wait for an opportunity to actually get in there because they're pretty fragile and pretty beat up. And just a couple units on the sides here. We're going to march these out and sort of wing out around the ranged units a little bit to make sure that we don't get surprised by cavalry when I'm not paying attention. On the subject of not paying attention, I haven't watched the footage back or anything. I don't know if it was a problem, but I did record the last episode of this and Battletech at the end of a pretty long recording session, so if I seemed like worn out and maybe not making my best decisions, that is definitely part of it. I'd been recording for about maybe 11-ish hours straight there. Alright, now we're on the attack. Technically, they don't have to come for us. They could just wait. But it looks like they're going to move forward, and if they're going to move forward, I'm just going to... Here's the line, right? The artillery line. I'm just going to let them cross it, if they want to cross it. Here, let's speed this up. I have no reason to move forward. It looks like they're... Okay, it looks like they're going to stop. They're going to get just out of range and then stop. If we walk forward into their catapult range, that's a little not ideal. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What is that? Oh, that was magic. I was going to say, how did their catapult get all that range? But no, that was their shaman shooting fireballs and stuff at us. And I'm not going to target my artillery. We're just going to let them do what they do. Now, there are some Night Goblin archers in here somewhere, so they're going to get kind of close to us, and they're going to be able to open fire on our warriors first. But I think as soon as they do that, the front line just charges forward. We can't outrun most enemies, but we can run at those goblins fast enough to make them at least have to turn around and stop shooting at us. Huh. Strange strategy from the cavalry here, moving into artillery range and then stopping. Let's have one of our units of artillery try to finish off this thing. So we've actually destroyed 2 of their catapults, 3 of their catapults already. Wow. Oh no, sorry, these ones over here were in the loaded state. This one's well and proper dead though. Alright, they're actually getting close. We gotta start paying attention here. You guys were supposed to kind of get out to the side here. See, they're losing their nerve already. Also, I guess it is worth noting that Night Goblin archers have much less range than Quarrelers. And that wasn't the only unit of them, was it? I think there were 2 or 3. And these are normal archers. Maybe I'm misremembering. Oh no, here we go. You guys can move up and make that happen. Move our Dwarf Warriors forward just a little bit so that those guys can get the shot they want. Now they're looking for that flank. They're going to have a hard time finding it. Thunderers can start shooting the Black Orcs. They have the shot? Yeah, they got it. Oh, also there's still catapult shots coming out. A little bit of a standoff developing over here. A lot of them are not actually going to make it to us, huh? Where the heck is Ungrim? Ungrim, get over here and handle this. Oh! Alright, what we have here are some Goblin Fanatics. If you watch my Blood Bowl series, you're familiar with what's going on here, the ball and chain dudes. Okay, they're from this unit of Night Goblins. These guys will spiral out into our forces, and I believe just die. Eventually they will kill themselves with their weapons. So we don't really have to worry about that. Right, Ungrim's got this. I'm going to just pop his ability now so I don't have to try to remember later. I think he's got this under control. Actually, we're at lower health than he is, maybe? Lower percentage. We're in the same neighborhood. He's got 3,000, we've got 31. Okay. Well, the bad news is for that. The bad news for them is that I have no intention of fighting fair. We're gonna win this fight by throwing a lot of dwarves at him. And honestly, I think we can kind of just rush the shaman. I could just have somebody shoot at him. That's probably a little safer. Because, of course, we have to be careful about units regaining their composure and turning back around. Let's just have some crossbows shoot at him. You guys can probably turn around and hit them from here. I don't think we'll have to actually move forward. They're backing up. They see us turning. Okay. I think these slayers are facing the wrong direction. You guys could... You don't necessarily have to move a lot. Just turn around. That would probably be a good idea. I think they think it's time to go. Looks like Grimgor is getting embarrassed over here. Finish him. Don't let him get away. Alright. I want to make sure that we're hitting them from what is considered to be their side. We're going to close in on these guys a little bit. And we are getting some Quarreler shots over here. I think Grimgor's going to get away. That's sad. Let's make sure we have good engagement from everybody. So a lot of these... What are these cavalry units doing? Do they think they're going to be able to catch us in the back completely unaware or something? I don't know. I'm going to move the Quarrelers. Actually, I should probably just move them straight back, and we can move the Slayers up a little bit. I'm going to move a bunch of my ranged units back here so we can have at these guys, because obviously we're not going to catch them on foot. You guys are all coming back. Yeah, you know what? for the moment, just give chase. Let's not let them, not let them get comfortable. Yeah, as far as I can tell, Dwarf Warriors just shout they have wronged us when facing any enemy under any circumstances. Alright, finish chasing that guy off. These Black Orcs are doing remarkably well. Get them surrounded. Ungrim's gonna chase Gorgrim, or whatever his name is. I've already forgotten the name of the Orc leader. That guy, Grimgor. All of my characters' names have Grim at the end. It's very confusing. Alright, some of them are having kind of a hard time. Well, just fall back and be ready. Alright, Grimgor's got a new target. Wow. Those catapults really did a number on that guy. Did you see how much health he lost there? Well, this just feels unfair. He's gonna cut that catapult in half. Wow! Holy crap! Alright, well, I do believe we've won. It's just a matter of getting these cavalry units to actually admit to it. See, in this situation, I would be tempted to give up. They gotta know this isn't gonna go anywhere good. They're losing people. They are the only units on the field that feel that it is appropriate to continue fighting here. Okay, there it is. I think we did a good job there. We managed to not really take a lot of damage. And remember, if we can just keep Ungrim's army in reasonable shape, they replenish so quickly. If we can just get, you know, a turn or two to sit in a settlement, we'll be good as new in no time. Yeah, 56 losses. Almost 10 to 1. And we've got the first gold rank on some of our ranged units. Yeah, this army's developing really well. So I think we are currently working on the building that lets us recruit rune lords, right? Runesmiths, rather. We should probably... I know there's one slot open in this army. We should probably get a runesmith in there. We lost our Regiment of Renowned Miners to an auto-resolve, apparently. And stuff I don't remember super clearly from the last recording session because of how late it was. But people in the comments pointing things out have been very helpful. Definitely just occupy. I just want my mountain back. Oh hey, and we straight up killed Blorg. Blorg the Orc Shaman. Satisfied a grudge. Ah, here it is. Okay, plus 20 armor-piercing damage. That's a pretty good trait. The Slayer King. It is generally the case, it's sort of broadly the case, that armor-piercing damage just works. It gets through and does the damage, whereas normal weapon damage is subject to all kinds of nonsense. I think we just roll on these guys, right? Like, we have both of our armies against their... I mean, their full-size army. Let's not treat this as though it is completely trivial, because it totally isn't. That's a lot of Black Orcs. That said, we do have 6 catapults. If we can reduce the population of those Black Orc units considerably before they reach the front line, we should have no problem here. It's just kind of a big if. To some degree, it's going to come down to how cooperative our catapults want to be. Accuracy can be tricky with these things sometimes. And unfortunately, we do not have a Master Engineer down here to buff them. Our reinforcements are coming in behind the enemy. Well, with them lined up all the way at the front of their deployment zone, that might not be such a bad thing, actually. My first thought there was, oh no, panic. The catapults are going to be separated from everything else. But actually, maybe this isn't that bad. Well, it doesn't really matter in the sense that, I can't do anything to affect it anyway, so this is just how it is. Honestly, it set my units up in a what I think is a pretty reasonable formation here. I think we're good. Let's do it. Now, I do want to manually target the catapults because we really have to make sure we are focusing on units of black orcs. Do I maybe want to fire... I probably don't want to shoot at that unit, right? I want to shoot at a unit that's a little bit more central so that misses have more of a chance of hitting something meaningful. I guess here, if we overshoot here, we'll hit some of the boar boys. Okay. Good luck, everybody. So we have our reinforcements coming in. Okay, they're breaking some guys off to fight us. Honestly, just go, right? So yeah, they're going to have to split their army in two to deal with us. What they could do here, and what I would probably do if I were them, I would have started my army back near where the reinforcements are coming in and tried to do one battle here and then another battle over here. They'd have to roll their catapults forward to even be able to fire at us. I think the way they've done this is maybe the worst way possible for them. Yeah, let's just get up here and get ready to make some stuff happen. And our catapults are not all the way in yet, but it's pretty much just shoot at enemies. If you can see some enemies, shoot at them. Okay, we split off some of the black orcs. Actually, that's great. If only about half of the black orcs are getting to this front, this army's gonna have a really easy time. Alright, assist them, and... honestly, like, just everybody charge those guys? And the rest of you probably should just, like, form up, right? So who... these ones all don't have orders. Just kind of, yeah, form up and don't let stuff through. I don't know exactly what we're going to do with all of these enemies, but we'll figure it out. And as far as the catapults go... are these... yeah, these guys are totally in range. Let them have it. I'm not too keen on shooting at cavalry units with siege weapons, generally, not if there's another target available, because it is usually the case that they can outrun the projectiles. There's some of that orc magic coming in. Okay, we gotta pay some attention over here for a moment. So they have met us. Ah, wasn't paying enough attention to move my melee units up in front of my ranged. This is why it's important for me to still pause, even though arguably the game is a little on the easy side already, because I do stuff like that. Let's have him run over here. He can buff him up as soon as he gets in range. We'll pop this. Oh, cavalry units backing off. I appreciate that. Now from here, we don't probably have to pay too close attention. Let's make sure that our catapults are aimed at units that are dangerous. Everything's in guard mode, so we don't have to worry about runoffs. Let's just put a couple of units of quarrelers on each of the units of night goblins. That should resolve that pretty quickly. And I think we're all right over here. Where's their lord? Ungrim, go for a little jog, would you? Let's get prepared to intercept those black orcs and then wrap the formation in around them. And in fact, we should probably move the gunners up to here. So this is a problem. I guess we should focus range attacks. The good news here is that these guys are very low on morale, and if we can break them with the ranged fire, they'll probably retreat off the map immediately. Somebody fall back and just make it clear to them that this is not a thing that will be allowed for a long time. Oh, never mind. They're breaking.
Rage far, rage fast! Strike out! I am the Slayer King!
I'm gonna move.
The clans unite!
These guys are annoying, but we will deal with them with ranged. Try to drive you guys off here, and the gunners need to form up. We'll be able to shoot into the flanks of these black orcs. That looks like the battle on this side's going pretty alright. There are cavalry units in my back line, which is annoying, and also we do have some spare dudes here. People, go and handle this. I don't have time to pay attention to everything that's going on here. There's a lot of stuff happening in this battle. We need more micromanagement on this side, I think, because the formation's a lot weirder. You can see those fanatics running in again off of the Night Goblin unit. Their cavalry units are going to try to save their lord from Ungrim. I don't know what it takes to defeat Ungrim Iron Fist, but I know it's more than this. Wow, he really took a piece out of that guy. Jeez. How's this going? We got some black orcs in some positions where I wish there weren't black orcs. You guys are doing that thing. Probably have a couple of units of quarrelers turn around and try to run these guys off. Alright, the rune's not available again yet. Ungrim's having a little bit more trouble than I thought he would. It's probably very distracting. Well, you know what, Ungrim? You're a pretty tough dude. So this is how I'm choosing to back you up. Just, I don't know, duck. You'll be fine. Okay, we're already firing on that. This probably doesn't take more than 2 units, but just to be safe, we'll even commit 3. And then you guys need to run up here and provide a little backup. And we'll grab a couple of the units from this block. It doesn't take this many of us to fight these black orcs. You just do your best. Get those shots where you can. Actually, there's there's slayers all in the way. Can this unit of slayers maybe be moved around? Move over to here. Let's try to open up an angle for the thunderers to shoot in. We're coming, Ungrim. Stay safe, man.
For the High King! High! Kazook! Charge!
Gotta get those quarrelers away from the black orcs.
For our ancestors!
Okay, we're seeing some breakage. Elements of our secondary lord's army took more damage than I would have liked there, in part because I was not continually pausing the battle and making sure that everything was okay. But that's fine. He can afford to sit and replenish for a while. We may leave him in a position to guard, like Carrickdrawn. Obviously, we're going to go over the mountains and take Carrickdrawn back, but that's where he can chill and play defense while we potentially advance Ungrim all the way to Blackrock, maybe? Because now we've done some serious damage. We've destroyed 2 of their stacks. It's going to take them a while probably to have a functional army in place. So we have a few turns to run wild here. Unfortunately, that's going to mean that we don't get to pursue the Bloody Spears. But the territory that the Greenskins are sitting on just south of us is so much more valuable. I don't really think that there's any chance that moving west to take a bunch of terrible badlands settlements from the Bloody Spears is the right way to go.
On my way.
Alright, killing lots of enemies in battle. Of course, we have Mount Squighorn back, which means we have the Silver Road back. And we're going to focus on growth. Getting Karaza Karak developed is probably the most important thing for us at this point. Okay, you guys will be all set pretty soon. Obviously, this is not great. If we go into encamp mode, we'll increase our replenishment a little bit more. It's not as good as being in a proper settlement, but it's better. And then next turn we can bounce under the mountains, take Carrickdrawn, and then push on Iron Rock and Black Crag. If we could get the gold mine at Black Crag, that would be pretty good. Okay, what other stuff do we have going on? We're in Jafar. Get this under control. I guess we just need replenishment time on this army.
You know who I am.
What else do I want to do? I know we have a a settlement upgrade waiting up there that we don't care about. We're definitely going to preserve population in the Silver Road for upgrading Karaza Karak. Where are we at on Karak Kadrin? Oh, actually, next turn we will have enough population to upgrade Karak Kadrin. Okay. So when that happens, we will once again have access to Giant Slayers. Or rather, we'll have access to recruiting Giant Slayers for the first time. But we did actually have a unit of them earlier. So I guess I don't really want to spend any money. Where am I at on... Ah, yes. I do want to embed a runesmith hero into this army. So... Oh, the building's done. Okay. So at Mount Squighorn, we will recruit... Ancestral Blood Grimnir for 5 attack, or Ancestral Blood Grungni for minus 15% construction cost. Well, as much as I don't think that this guy's personal combat strength is that important, this unit, or this army, is very rarely going to be in friendly territory, so we should probably go this way. Rorik Halfhand.
The runes are ready.
Alright, and that costs us some money that unfortunately might slow down the development of Karak Kadrin a little bit. Oh, except we're going to get money from the quest, aren't we? Yeah, 1,500. Okay, so it's actually going to refund us more money than we spent on it. Although we are paying for his upkeep now, I suppose. And I think that is it. Was there anything that I wanted to build anywhere? Like, we do still need to keep increasing growth and money output, but right now I think probably we should save up. We'll make a little bit of money off of taking Karak Dron. Maybe we'll be able to get all the way to Iron Rock. Yeah, we'll probably be able to upgrade Karak Kadrin soon enough. I still do have some misgivings about expanding down to Ironcrag and Blackrock, because it's going to mean there's a lot of open space for the goblins to attack us on. We have kind of a long border up here to the north, the border with the vampire nations, but up here we have a lot of like weird mountain passes and stuff. Travel for them to our cities is going to be kind of awkward, and our underway stance gives us the ability to outmaneuver them. That's much less true down south, both because the terrain is a little bit more open, especially to the west of the settlements we have now, and also because Orc and Goblin armies have access to the underway as well. But I do kind of want to push south. I'm curious exactly how this, how the map links up with what we saw, the part of the map that we saw during our Tomb Kings campaign. And we can probably make friends with the Tomb Kings. I don't think the Tomb Kings and Greenskins generally get along very well. The Tomb Kings like it when you have respect and reverence for their tombs and whatnot, and I'm pretty sure the Greenskins just kind of run around stealing everything that's gold and then beating each other to death with it. You have to appreciate, though, the simplicity and consistency of their viewpoint. Alright, that annoying... I hate this guy, Gorbird's Backbiter. He's out here just trying to, like, tear down the walls. He's just gonna hang out outside of Jufbar until we defeat this faction. Constantly annoying me. Alright, let's get this Rune Lord merged in.
An accord bound by runic law.
Alright, we did it. Move a character to the following province, Eastern Oblast. I don't actually know where that is. Oh, it's way up in Kislev. It's like northern Kislev. Having consulted with the guild, the runesmith reports that the missing runes are amongst those whose mysteries have been lost to the dwarfs for centuries. However, the guild's council suspects that in revealing its song to Ungrim, the axe is attempting to make itself whole once more, seeking the aid of Ungrim's kindred warrior soul to do so. By wholly aligning... By wholly aligning his spirit with the axe in the crucible of battle, the Slayer King may be able to provide the counterpoint to mend the blade's song. Such perfection of alignment is more likely to be achieved in a high place, closer to the ancestor gods, and against an adversary of great skill in battlecraft. In his many hours of contemplation before the Slayer Shrine, Ungrim catches a gossamer thread of song coming from the north. Rising, he orders the horns sounded to summon his throng. So we just have to move a character up there. Obviously, I don't think it's a good idea to march a whole army deep into Kislev, both because they won't like it, and because we need all of our armies for defense. So... Alright, of the characters that we have up here, the non-lord characters, I think the Thane is the one who's doing the least for us right now. So get marching, buddy.
Got then.
Plus, this will be good for getting us a little bit of scouting information about Vampire Town. Man, they have really messed this place up. We also lost a trade agreement due to the fact that our old trading partner no longer owns Essen. So we're like headed all the way up here, right? Yeah, this is Eastern Oblast. Just go ahead and queue that up. Let's see. Next turn he makes it to here, then to here, then to here, then wow, okay. It's gonna be a minute before that faction quest moves forward anymore. This is gonna be 4,800, so we're not far off.
I grow restless. But the axe of Dargo demands blood.
Underway move right to the edge of our territory, so we're still getting some replenishment.
Cast the runes. I'm going.
Okay, Carrick-Drawn obviously will fall trivially next turn. We'll make some money off of that. Hopefully it'll be enough. We're definitely not doing any settlement upgrades. The last thing we have here... Okay, once we take Carrick-Drawn back, the book is clear. It's kind of a shame that it's so easy to keep it clear. I thought that was going to be much more of a mechanic than it turned out to be. Alright, we still need a couple of turns with you. We definitely don't want to recruit anything new in our current situation, so I guess we're done. A tremendously eventful turn. Yeah, if we can get the gold mine at Black Crag, then we can use that to finance the completion of our 3rd and 4th armies, and then hopefully we will have enough of an advantage to over the vampires to go after them. Because if we can push west through Vampire Town, even aside from the money we'll make off of the provinces we take from them, we will unlock a ton of eager trade partners. Also, there is a vampire gold mine. One of the castles right up against the mountains is built on a gold mine, so we can get a lot of money from that as well. We've encountered Nordland, and Ostermark was destroyed. Was that the faction that had Essen? I can never keep all of the minor Empire provinces straight. There's too many of them, and their names are too similar. Are you seriously going to chase my Thane? Oh no, okay. I thought for sure this dude was just going to harry our Thane all the way up to Oblast. So yeah, Castle Drakenhof is built on top of a gold mine. I assume that this is only a location of special importance for the vampires. Hold on, when it's properly our turn, we can check. The orcs are coming, and not that sophisticated bunch that hangs out in captured dwarf holds, but the more rural boys that wander the southern badlands. Yes, a nomadic horde of extra fighty savage orcs are close, and could threaten your forces. Best be proactive against this lot before Mork or Gork leads them right into your realm. Oh, they're right there.
You need help?
That's not great. Karazakarak does have a 16-unit garrison, but they could run right past and take the pillars. We might have to have Glum Gunnison go back. Yeah, I'm going to do that. We're not technically at war with these guys right now, it looks like.
The chopper is in my hand, so
But
smack.
they hate us, so that's probably going to happen. Oh hey, we're strength rank 2, and Kislev's 1. This is a good partnership. Maybe we should go into a defensive alliance with them. They keep asking for it. We might be able to get something out of them in trade. Hold on, what's their deal right now?
Tsarina empowers me to offer you warm greetings this chilly eve.
We don't get pulled into their wars simply by allying with them. We have to be allied with them at the time that they get declared on. So I don't really want to have to fight Skaven, like popping up all over my territory, but I don't think we'd have to. They distrust the Empire. So getting closer with them could damage our chances of getting friendly with the Empire. How do the Empire feel about us right now? We have met them, right? The Empire feel plus 64. And in fact, they like treaties with Kislev. Okay. Cool, yeah, let's see if we can actually get that that defensive alliance. They've asked us for a couple of times.
Empowers me to offer you warm greetings this
Because that'll make people much less likely to mess with us. could get us drawn into some dumb garbage we don't want to have to deal with, but also it's nice to have friends. Okay, I feel like that was a smart thing to do. That's going to make both of us a lot less likely to get declared on.
To war.
Alright,
Very well. This may work. Room, Ricky.
so I should probably just turn them around. Let's be safe.
Setting off. I am the Slayer.
Ungrim can definitely handle this on his own. Oh, they have a 12-unit garrison now. They've beefed up. We should be fine to just auto-resolve here. Yeah, we took more damage than I think we probably would have doing it naturally, but Ungrim's army's replenishment rate is so high, I doubt it'll matter. Okay, we've unlocked a regiment of renown of hammerers. None hold the line with as much determination as these hammer-wielding guards. And some great weapon rangers. I don't really know a lot about rangers.
I must fulfill my Slayer oath.
What was I doing? Yeah, I was finishing off Tactician, right. So yeah, his army will be back in fine shape in no time. And with the money from that, we can upgrade Carrot Cadron. Unlock 2 more building slots to get the ability to get Giant Slayers. Okay, you already have your route planned.
Ready?
You can probably just finish triangulation. Oh, wait. There is a point of increased mobility available. So a couple more regiments of renown means that we can buff up any of our armies significantly. Wonder if this is maybe a good time to go after the vampires. I guess we don't actually have the gold to hire the regiments of renown. Let's keep an eye on what's going on over here. I can't imagine these savage orcs are going to go anywhere other than toward us, right? They have no enemies anywhere else. Okay, that's I think that's Talabekland's flag. Talabekland. I don't know where the emphasis is supposed to go there. But I think these are guys we're friendly with. Maybe.
I have no time for such filth. You...
Really? The turn I ally myself with Kislev. They jumped past us in strength rank, I see. My allies do not care for these vampires very much. Yeah, let's call for help. Alright, we were joined. Kislev declared war on them in response. That's very bad for him. Because I think he's pushed far enough north that he actually has a border with Kislev. Okay, this might be really good. I think I might have gotten really lucky with my timing of choosing to finally take an alliance there. I can't believe he did that. Even though he shot past both of us in army strength, he probably, he built 1 extra army and he had already been close. Now he's at war with the number 2 and number 3 powers in the world. You know, it's possible that, I guess, it's possible that Kislev and the vampires had not formally met. Because... yeah, there is a shared border here. But they haven't had Essen that long. Oh, is this gonna... Did they lose the battle? No, okay, they won. Yeah, this is probably a good time to march on the vampires. Okay, we got some stuff coming up. Well, I was a little bit bummed out that the first, 70 turns of this game turned out to just be us fighting orcs in the mountains over and over again. But we are about to unlock some variety. As the series gets closer to completion, once we start doing our world tour of all the mountains, obviously we're going to run into a lot of different types of forces. Huh. Where are they going? I mean, they are just savage orc. Savage orcs. Orc tribes fight each other all the time. So maybe... I just assumed that they would be friendly with the other orc factions, but maybe not. Okay, Thorgrim has gained a level. As we're marching out to finally declare war on the vampires, seems like a fine time to pick up Lightning Strike. Oh, what is this? A very weak vampire army in a pretty weak-looking garrison. Oakenhammer, it is A vampire. Now, vampires are seriously dangerous. They're great melee fighters and powerful wizards, and they have access to some of the best spells. Crypt ghouls are okay units. They have poison. And then zombies. Oh, fellbats are horrible. Zombies are terrible, as you might expect. His army is fellbats and zombies. Like, Graveguard are actually scary, but I think we can take this force. And I'm way less afraid of a ghoul king than I am of a vampire.
Throw bearers! Let's march!
Okay, so we can't grab the unit of hammerers. We could grab the unit of rangers. Hold on a second, though. Can we do something down here to generate some money? I can't actually make it to,
The Slayer in me seeks death.
Yeah, I can't actually make it to Iron Rock this turn.
I grow
Alright,
restless.
once again, let's stop just short of our edge of the territory. Oh, they have an army coming up to reinforce. Not a very good army, though, and certainly not an army that's going to contribute a lot in a siege defense. None of these units can even get up on the walls. There's a 14-unit garrison. We might be able to take this with just Ungrim's army. Orc biggins, orc boys, some arrow boys, more cavalry, more trolls. I think we can take this. Not this turn, but next turn. So do I want to move forward a little bit more? I'm not 100% certain whether or not I'm going to be able to hit Iron Rock next turn from here. But I do want to get this replenishment. I think I probably can. We're fine. We're fine. And these guys, I don't know what they're going to do. I guess they're going to move to Karaza Karak. I'm going to let them finish
What do you want?
finish replenishing and try to get some kind of idea of what's going on with those savage orcs. Alright, that should refill them. What do we want to do with you?
Dwarfs need me.
The vampires just lost a battle up here in the north. Waldenhof is walled and has a 14-unit garrison. Putting a vampire, a bunch of scary guys, some zombies, some knights. Vargeists are flying bat monster guys. If you've ever seen the Batman character who is called Man-Bat, they're kind of like that. We could maybe threaten that garrison. I'm gonna step up to here. We will threaten. We will be in position to maybe do something.
It is time.
And then I think we're gonna go ahead and grab this Regiment of Renown because we can, and let's take Oakenhammer.
Destroy them.
I think we can do this. And we'll go ahead and do it manually, despite the fact that I think this is probably auto-resolvable, but we haven't fought vampire units yet, so this will be a nice change of pace. So I'm not 100% sure what all of their units are. There's something in that active army that I'm not... This thing. It's a corpse cart, but I don't remember... So it gives magic disruption... Increases chance of enemy wizards miscasting. Okay, that's not a problem for us because we don't use the normal magic system. And in fact, we don't even have a runesmith in this army. I lost my tooltip. Okay, so it's an anti-magic unit that has a regeneration aura, it looks like. That's not really too scary. So all we have to do is watch out for the Graveguard. Now, I don't think that Graveguard are as dangerous as Black Orcs are. They're definitely dangerous. They're armored, they're good fighters. The great weapon ones, of course, have armor piercing, as great weapon troops generally do. I think we're actually set up at about the right distance. I might want to move some people out from in front of the cannon. Okay, now one thing we do have to watch out for. I said that their zombie or their bat units are bad, and I stand by that. They are crappy units, but they can fly, which means they could just drop themselves down on top of our artillery. So that is something we have to be a little bit cautious of. I don't really know what I want to do with these guys. So what's your deal? You are fast for a dwarf. Oh man, 37 speed. You can move hidden in any terrain, so enemies will only see us when we get close. Stalk is the same thing that the Night Goblins have. We can deploy you anywhere, and you have armor piercing... Okay, 8 ammo each. Heavily armor piercing damage. These guys are pretty cool. Okay, so what we want to do with them probably is hide them somewhere. I know they can be stealthed anywhere, but we're going to put them in these trees, I think. We want to wait for the enemy Graveguard to engage us, and then start throwing armor-piercing axes into their backsides, I think. Yeah, that's a neat thing for us to have. The Master Engineer can chill with the ranged. Thorgrim needs to be in front. Honestly, he's not that slow. 26? Yeah, he needs to be in front because he's slower than the rest of our troops, but he's not that much slower. Okay, I think we're ready to do this. So we gotta watch out for the bats. Fortunately, they will not stand up long against any kind of ranged fire. Alright. Artillery doing some work. I guess we ought to have our catapults focus on the Graveguard, right? The cannons... the cannon damage is still armor piercing. We don't really need to be that worried about the zombies. Are trolls... Are crypt ghouls or crypt... Yeah, crypt ghouls. Okay, crypt ghouls are considered to be small. The cannon won't do bonus damage to them. I mean, anything at direct hits. I guess we could try to take this thing out. Yeah, let's see if the cannon can take out their corpse cart. I don't need it regenerating all their units all the time. Hold on, what else does it do? Allies in range get melee defense and melee attack. Enemies in range have reduced power recharge rate. That doesn't affect us. That's a normal magic system thing. It causes fear. It's worth noting a lot of vampire units cause fear. I think even normal zombies do. So that's a little something we have to worry about. It reduces leadership for any unit that is anywhere near it, not even just fighting it. So Slayers are really good against vampires because they are immune to that, because they don't care about their leadership. Wow, they're slower than I remember. Spooky, though. Boy, these guys... Oh, I should talk about leadership. So vampire leadership works different than the leadership of other armies. Vampire units can't be forced to run away. Zombies will never get scared and flee. But leadership represents the strength of the magic that binds the vampire units. As their leadership gets lower, and I think we're going to start to see it here, they will actually start to just take damage. The magic binding them fails, and they start to literally fall apart on the battlefield. So if you can see, there's like red swirlies around this unit now. Little red swirly particle effects. That's what that is. Alright, let's have our units move up. It is time to advance. I guess we didn't actually have to start our melee units behind our ranged this time, because vampires have no ranged units. There's not a single ranged unit on the vampire roster. Not like in the classical sense. They have spellcasters. I think I'm going to keep this unit of Slayers close to the ranged, because these bats are going to drop in and try to attack somewhere. I want to be ready for that. So yeah, this red swirly particle effect is what I was talking about. The crumbling state is they're taking damage from their leadership being too low. I guess we can fall in on these crypt ghouls and try to tear them apart real fast. That's why we wanted to keep our units in reserve here a little bit. Actually, hold on. Let's have the Slayers focus on the bats. You can see these bats are losing the battle with our catapult crew. They really have very bad stats. 14 melee attack. 23 weapon strength. It is. When I was playing vampires, I found that there was no enemy unit that I could have bats attack where they would actually win. Peasant archers, nothing. But they can be useful as a force that charges in and hits other enemy units from behind while they're already tied up. I think that's probably the only way that they're likely to get anything done. All right, let's have Thorgrim sort of waddle out in this direction. You dwarf warriors, just get in front. And all this, there's a lot of stuff over here, but it's mostly zombies and stuff I don't care about. We've done very little damage to the corpse cart. That is just not working. Yeah, but I don't know what else I would want to have the catapults do. Or the cannons, rather, do. And you guys just keep waiting. Just wait patiently. As soon as we have actual engagement from the Grave Guard, they're coming through. Actually, I guess we can start moving them now, right? Because they're going to be stealthed all the way up until they arrive. Yeah, that's right. I could have started moving them faster. I was thinking I didn't want them to be revealed too early, but I forgot about stock. You can see our catapult crew is totally owning those bats. Alright, go after that vampire. I'm way more worried about the vampire than I am about the Ghoul King.
Pick your targets well.
Alright, get him, do the thing. Let's see the thing. Wow, that's doing some work. Look at how much damage that did. Yes, obviously their whole army is gonna just fall apart in a second here.
Will do.
Burn some of those guys off.
Get them.
Let's shoot at the vampire?
Yes, Lord.
Didn't really want Thorgrim out here fighting the corpse cart and the graveguard, but he seems to have gotten stuck.
Attack the orcs.
Minus 27 melee defense for this vampire. Let's get her.
Targets, Lord. High.
What, do we run out of axes to throw? Nope, okay, here we go. Yeah, those guys are pretty cool. Alright, we are actually losing catapult crew. For some reason, the bats figured out how to bite them correctly this time. I'm not really sure what's going on there. So you can see, it does take us a while to wear down the vampire units with our basic stuff. Again, poison. Poison's always annoying. Are you focusing your shots on this vampire? Because if not, you should be. Plus 22. You know what? I'm going to give these guys some physical resistance. Let's make it clear to them that they are not to die in battle with these bats. Cravens.
Get them.
Hurry, get them. Did you guys forget what your orders were?
Let the vengeance begin.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, it takes almost no damage to crash the leadership of bats.
They have wronged us.
Yeah, their units are just falling apart on them. So part of a corollary to the way leadership works for the vampires is that vampires almost never have anything retreat from battle. Nothing runs off the side of the map. If the vampire army loses a battle, every unit in the vampire army dies. Pretty much always. I think that there are some things that will escape from battle rather than fall apart if they have necromancer heroes. I believe those have normal leadership, because those are just guys. Alright, well, we've got Oak and Hammer. We took more damage than I would like while taking it, but I did want to show them off. I underestimated the bats a little bit. They managed to kill one person. As this is not the unit of bats that got into our catapults at the end there. The unit of bats that was in the garrison actually did a little bit of work. But you can see also just a lot of enemies with not a lot of stats. Slayers getting into the zombie line can really rack up a lot of kills. Now, unfortunately, Thorgrim's Slayers don't recover at nearly the rate that Ungrim's do. I wonder if he's regretting his decision. So we should probably just... Oh, I can't even just build a trinket maker. That's what I was going to do. We probably don't need a second refectory. Yeah, I think we'll demolish this. That's probably safe to do. That'll make us a little bit of money, give us room to build a money building and also a garrison there. I'd love to take Carrick Dromar and finish the region off. But it is awfully far away from everything else. I'm a little worried that I'd be leaving Oakenhammer and Jufbar up for grabs. Then again, the vampires did just lose 2 armies, so maybe they don't have anything else in a position to defend. Okay, I think we're done with that turn. We'll go a couple more before we stop for the day. Is there anything else I need to do? You're threatening Waldenhof. Can't actually take it by yourself, probably. At least not without a lengthy siege that I'm not sure we would actually get. I imagine they will intervene at some point. Kurgan here will get us some good scouting information about what's going on up north, too. I guess once we have him up in Eastern Oblast, we may as well run him far enough north to see what the Norskins are up to. Because we are going to have to fight them at some point. There is a mountain range up there that we need. The balance of power bar here, it looks like we are showing as a little bit more powerful than the vampire counts now. Granted, we're only devoting half of our strength to fighting them. Oh, hey, we need to try to wound that guy. I don't know that master engineers are actually very good at that, but we got to try it at least, because we have a legendary item quest that is locked behind that. I guess maybe our Thane shouldn't wander too far north, because we might need him to come back and actually try to wound some agents for us. He has to make it to Oblast at least. Also, I think I've pronounced that a different way every single time I've said it. So I think this mountain range right here is the one up here that we need to grab. I'm a little nervous about trying to hold that mountain range. That might be one of the ones we want to get toward the end of the game, actually, because it's probably surrounded by Norskins. It'd probably be very, very difficult to actually make that place safe. Oh, the Armor of Skaldor. I had a quest that I don't remember having. When Thorgrim declared the new Age of Retribution, his intention was that it would be founded on a new renewed spirit of cooperation between the remaining dwarf holds. For too long have the dwarfs been weakened by often bloody grudge feuds between their kings. As High King, Thorgrim will put a stop to this even if his axe must do the talking. When did I get this quest? Okay, yeah, that guy failed to... Oh, I got the quest this turn. It just showed me the successful thing before the quest issued thing. Alright, so what's the next part? Forge a defensive or military alliance with Krakadrak. The power of the dwarfs grows. Many long-harbored grudges have been settled, and a spirit of cooperation between the holds has given new vigor to Thorgrim's plans. In days of yore, the dwarfs wandered throughout the New World, seeking new loads of the ores they prize. New holds were founded, from the Grey Mountains in the west to the Mountains of Morn in the east, from the Dragonback Mountains in the south to the ice-locked peaks of Norska in the north. Then came the time of woes, when a series of disasters led to the fall of countless holds, and the sons of Grungni found themselves penned into their remaining carracks. With the reclamation of the World's Edge Mountains underway, Thorgrim's thoughts turned northward to the once mighty hold of Krakadrak in Norska. Oh, okay. I was not sure where this faction was, but they're the guys that are in that mountain range I was just talking about. If the Norskin dwarfs have endured the time of woes and Krakadrak remains unconquered, it would be invaluable in the struggle against the Norskin tribes who feed the forces of chaos. The High King dispatches emissaries northwards. So, actually, this guy is probably going to be able to meet them pretty easily from Eastern Oblast. Alright, we're getting lucky. A lot of our stuff is lining up really well. Okay, we definitely want to work toward good rune skills. And no, it looks like we actually cannot quite make it to Iron Rock this turn. Well, it was probably good to take the turn of replenishment. Our army's at very, very close to full strength now.
Onward to death.
We'll just step out here into the Badlands, and I think I'm just outside of garrison range.
I'm not gonna die standing
here, one
here.
more step there. Alright. That's annoying, but we can definitely take this army. They will not come out to get us, and then next turn, we'll go get them. So, Carreg drawn. What do I want to do with you? Not sure. Hold on. Is there anything of importance to do here? We're still 9 turns off of being able to upgrade this again. Is the Carrot Cadron upgrade? No, it is not almost complete.
Send me to vengeance.
Probably want you guys to just stay put for the moment. Okay, more than a 50% chance that this works.
Rodney's vengeance on the
Awesome.
foe.
The scout watching Sylvania's border reports a chance encounter with a terrified Sylvanian peasant who lay hidden and witnessed the passing of a hideous army of the dead. At its head rode 2 pale figures on dead horses, one in crimson armor, the other robed in black. The armored figure slapped his mount's neck with a mailed fist and cursed in a voice as cold as death. "Weeks of searching the mountain caves, and still you have failed to find what I desire. If you are wrong about the locations to the northwest and we should find no dragon's corpse to serve me into death, I shall feast upon your soul." It seems that the undead lord is searching for new materials for use in his foul necromancy. It would seem that the dead have found at least 2 possible locations for what they seek, and are now moving to claim their vile prize. King Ungrim marches from his hall, shouting for the throng to be assembled. In the meantime, he must decide which of the undead hordes his scouts should track. Well, my guess is that if I pick March North here, it's gonna, regardless of what thing I pick, it's gonna give me a quest to move a character to a place. I'm gonna pick North because there's pretty good odds that it's gonna pick a place that our Thane is either already at or on his way toward, right? So yeah, we did that. 1,500 gold for us. Move any character to Weismund. Wow, that is not North. That is not where North is. Okay, well, our Thane might be going on a bit of a tour. Should have picked South. Okay, you know what? We're picking up followers, and I'm not making sure they're assigned. Who do you have following you? Okay, basically nobody. Let's give you a Cooper and a Jewel Smith, as long as you're sitting down here where the Gem Cutter is. And then that's all of the loose followers. We have this Vanguard deployment thing, but I'm not going to Vanguard deploy my Rune Lord. We have any extra enchanted items? We do not. We do have this Sword of Anti-Heroes. This thing is just 3 attack, 3 defense. You know, this is not a bad weapon, but this is probably not the guy for it, right? We should give it to somebody who's a little more melee focused. Oh, right, we have some fancy armor here. So he's currently using 5 melee defense, 30% missile resist. Okay, I like this. It gives -5 melee attack to everything around him. Every enemy thing around him. And we should probably make sure that that armor is actually on somebody. So Grombrindle should not be walking around with no armor. The magnificent armor of Boric Beetlebrow for you, sir. Also, some kind of weapon. And 10% physical resistance. We have so many... Wow. I got real distracted by his face. We have so many magic items that nobody's using. I don't know why this guy didn't feel that he could just take some of them. Probably these are not going to be terribly relevant for him. Boy, that's a mug. I don't know what happened to this guy in life, but I feel bad for him. Alright, so we should probably do some damage, right? I don't know that we're actually going to be able to take Waldenhof, but we could maybe run to Eschen and burn it. I don't want to take it over necessarily, but we could just burn it down and cause some problems. His army is really weirdly set up. Because I cut the miners, but then I didn't have the money to replace them with stuff. Well, what is in Waldenhof? That's right, we looked at this already. If we did just try to take the walls, that might work.
Fearless and unbreakable.
Because some of their strength is tied up in units that can't get involved in a wall fight, like Crypt Horrors and Black Knights. So I don't know, maybe we should actually hit Waldenhof. Waldenhof, probably. Let's not make that decision just yet. What else do we need to do? We have quite a bit of money. It's gonna be 9 turns before we need this, and I think this is our next major expense. Oh, we should upgrade this thing. I guess it doesn't really give us that much extra money. It's only 150. Ah, but we will want it upgradable when we do upgrade Karaza Karak, because we get 300 income off the final upgrade. Yeah, alright. Upgrade income buildings. That seems fine. So do we want to... What do we want to do with you? I kind of want to just go to Eshin and burn it. It does have a 10-unit garrison. Graveguard, Crypt Ghouls. Maybe Essen? If we burn Essen, Nordland might come down and claim it. We
Approach and make your offer. But I
guys are
make no
remarkably
promises to my assent.
not... Okay, it's because we just met. They're trending toward... Oh, they're trending toward 2, actually. I was seeing all those positive modifiers, but apparently they really hated Ostermark. Or no, apparently they really don't like how big we are. They sort of hated Ostermark.
Indeed.
Okay, well, at least we got a non-aggression pact. Yeah, if Nordland were to come down and claim Essen, then first of all, obviously that'll put some more pressure on the vampires, but secondly, it'll give us another trade partner, because this trade route will open again. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Our enemies shall tremble.
Oh man, the vampire corruption is so high. Maybe that's not what I'm gonna do. Sorry about the indecisiveness here. Let's finish off triangulation now.
Get these cannons moving.
We should get back in that army.
I'm ready.
And the battle at Essen will be easy. Nordland could come and just claim it themselves. Like, there's no reason they can't just come get this, right? Maybe I should let them do that.
Don't you fret, it's done.
Alright, let's siege Waldenhof.
Attack!
Ooh, they have an army nearby. So the thing is, we can beat the garrison at Waldenhof partially because of the fact that we'll fight them around the walls. We might actually not be able to beat them in an open field, and my concern is that that vampire army that's at Essen is going to walk down here and attack us. So I'm going to... Let's press continue siege. Hold on here. Is there anything else we need to do this turn? There is not. Alright, so basically, like, if we're going to go for this, we probably want to go for it right now. Even though this army is pretty small, if it walked over here and attacked us, I think that would be bad. Because again, the 14 units of the garrison, plus his 3 units in an open field is kind of dangerous. So maybe we should just go for this? Crypt Horrors, Vargeist, like, up on the wall, it's just going to be us versus Graveguard with great weapons. And the great weapons aren't actually going to give them a ton of benefit, because they're mostly going to be fighting Slayers. We might not be able to take him, but also, Grimgor himself is probably a pretty good fighter. 70 melee attack, 42 melee defense with 500 weapon strength. Yeah, he's alright. Alright, let's do it. Let's just attack. It's a little late in the episode for this, but... Ooh, plus 10 armor piercing damage. Let's assign that to the Longbeards. These guys are going to be vital. Yeah, it's maybe a little late in the episode for us to be doing this, but... Like I said, the last episode was not maybe the peak of my powers, so... This will serve as a little bit of a makeup. So my plan here is we want to march up on the wall, take the wall. We've done this before, right? I'm pretty sure these things, yeah, anything that's large, you can see from this, the tooltip keeps fading away, but that bit on the left in the middle shows you whether it's a unit of small entities or a unit of large entities, and anything that's large can't get on walls, as far as I'm aware. Now, they could open the gates and just run stuff out and harass us, but I don't think they will, because I'm pretty sure the AI just, like, does not do that. We're sort of exploiting some bad AI here, but I'll take it. We're marching uphill as it is. The very hard AI has a lot of advantages over you. You gotta take what you can get. So we're gonna do pretty much the same thing we did in the last couple of siege battles. I apologize if this strategy gets a little stale. Listen, we'll work some stuff out. We'll do some different things over the course of the game. We'll have to. For now, let's focus on stuff that we know works. Because I'm in a little bit of a precarious position here. Alright, yeah, just box everybody up nice and tight. Okay, what are your abilities? You have that fireball ring. And then also, Grombrindle has no fear. 32 seconds, affects allies in range, and the range is map wide. It just makes his whole army unbreakable for 30 seconds. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's go. Everybody who is not a catapult or a cannon, get up fast. Go fast, march. We gotta get close before we get torn apart by these towers. Now, it is worth noting that Slayers are considered to be shielded, so we will just ignore some amount of range fire that comes toward us. It is rationalized as them being able to block arrows by whirling their axes in front of them. Wow, look at the vampire tower projectiles. Leave some kind of spooky smoke. I don't have any idea what that could be. It probably doesn't even have an effect. It's probably totally cosmetic. So what's up on this wall? This is just zombies. Okay, this is all a single unit of zombies. Like I said, they have no actual ranged units, but what they do have is towers, because everybody gets towers. Get up the... Can I really not lay a... I can't lay ladders on that part of the wall. We can do it on this part. Grombrindle... Oh no, I can lay towers or ladders on this part of the wall. I just have to click here for some reason. Alright, let's take over the wall, and then we'll figure stuff out from there. So their crypt ghouls can get up on the wall. It's just the horrors that can't. Once we've taken the wall, we can set up our guns and, you know, shoot down from it. We can spread out a little bit here so that we're not in the tower's firing arc. And that does mean that the only thing in the arc is the catapults and the siege stuff, so that's what they'll fire at, but we're going to take control of the tower pretty quickly, I think. Get in there and let those ghouls have it. Grombrindle's made it up. I'm sure he's going to make short work of pretty much all the enemies up here. Man, this is a big axe for a dude that tall. Well, the bad news is, it's probably going to take him a while to hack through these zombies just because of how many zombies it is. It's like we have... according to this, we have ownership of this tower. So maybe it should stop shooting at our stuff. Okay, I think that's good enough. Let's start bringing the range units up. That's right, I have to click in a... You know what, why don't you guys just come up one of these ladders? Why can I not get them to... Where's the ladder icon? Oh, magic. I do wish that the game was not so finicky about issuing the climb ladder command. You can see, like, there's all this... All of this area that I'm moving my mouse over right now should be the ladder icon. These crypt ghouls have no chance against Grombrindle, I'm sure. I really just... Can I tell you to just climb up onto the wall? Here. Get up here. Ridiculous. It is ridiculous that that takes any effort at all. Alright, so the Longbeards are in on the Grave Guard now. This is the one place where the Grave Guard's armor piercing actually does matter. It'd be cool if we could get Grombrindle over here. Caught by crypt ghouls, unfortunately. Can I fireball them at point blank range with my fireball ring? Ooh, boy can I. It looks like either we were winning or they just decided they weren't having a lot of fun. Yeah, the Slayers are slowly getting torn apart. It's tough. It's tough to fight with no armor, you know? It's a little hard to tell what's going on in wall fights just by the flags, because units get spread out over such a large area. Could you guys possibly fire down into the courtyard? That would be very helpful to me. No, don't go down there for the love of... What are you doing? Yeah, like this. Why would me telling them to shoot like that cause them to run off the wall? That's crazy. This is a big loss for them. There we go. That's what I wanted. They're going to have a hard time dealing with this strategy. Alright, we're winning, slowly. The Slayers are in there, they're doing stuff. I think they're winning. Mostly they're winning. Again, there's so many... There are so many units in the world of this game. What are you guys doing? There's so many units in the world of this game that wear some combination of dark red and black. It's kind of difficult to tell which units are mine and which ones aren't. And also, like, it's even kind of hard to see us mixed in with all the bloody splotches on top of the wall and everything. Well, shoot them as best you can. Can't help but notice that our siege weapons have stopped firing. Do we not have any angle at all with our catapults? Do your best. They're in guard mode, so hopefully... Nope, never mind. What I was going to say there is they're in guard mode, so hopefully they won't move forward to try to get an angle. If they can't get one, they'll just, you know, be cool about it. But no, apparently that is not how that will go. Okay, I would love it if we could get enough room over here to line the Thunderers up along the edge of the platform. Saw it for a second there. There it is. Alright, most of their units have actually just died off. These guys are dying, but they're dying slowly.
Only manlings could create such unliving beasts.
Yeah, you guys are getting it done. Taking your sweet time, but you're getting it done. And now we have ranged units lined up here. We've actually done a ton of damage to these Black Knights. I'm really impressed, actually, because this is the group of Quarrelers, not the group of Thunderers that's been firing at them. These Thunderers just got into position. You can see their armor, or their ammo is almost completely full.
Withdraw!
Ah, these Thunderers are cowards. But now Gromgrindel's over here, so this unit of Grave Guards should actually die now. They have a lot of stuff left, but a lot of it's not very good. Bats are not a real problem. The Vargeists are kind of dangerous, and honestly, it probably would have been a really good idea for them to move the Vargeists in during this wall phase. They're gonna regret not doing that, I think. How is it taking so long to kill these guys? Also, you can see occasionally a couple of arrows. Some of the Quarrelers are on this part of the wall and can just barely get this angle. Alright, let's start moving the siege weapons forward. Because we can take control of the gatehouse at any time now. So my plan is going to be, we're going to roll the cannons forward. As soon as they're at the gate, we jump down on the other side, open the gate for them, and then we just roll the cannons into the street intersections and fire down them. By the time we get over there, that cavalry unit will be gone, I'm sure. In fact, we could probably speed this up a little bit. Holy crap, it has taken forever to kill these guys. Why don't you shoot some fire at them? Yeah, that did a little damage. They're losing all their leadership, which is good. They're actually kind of winning, though. Like, this is ridiculous. This is a unit of Slayers and a Legendary Lord. And we're losing. Hold on, you. I'm trying to issue him orders. He's not accepting them. Alright, could you guys maybe turn and help? I didn't expect this to be such a problem.
Slayers! Let's turn the tide!
I would rather Gromgrindel not die.
To it!
Okay, they're outside your firing arc, but just, like, turn, dude.
Aye, to arms!
Okay, well, there goes their leaderships. They're actually done now. How much health does he have left? I'll go unit details. Yeah, not very much, that's for sure. So we've almost killed this unit of... We've run out of arrows.
Have wronged us!
We've almost killed this unit of Black Knights, and as soon as that unit of Black Knights is gone, I will feel safe bringing in the cannons. I'm impressed with how well their morale is holding, given what has happened to them. And you can see the ground in here is just carpeted with death.
Slayers!
This is definitely a victory that we were able to win because the AI is not good at the game. You guys want to crumble a little faster, maybe?
Our beards are long.
That guy's not even wearing a helmet. I mean, I listen. I appreciate the confidence. It's very impressive. But you should wear a helmet. Alright, this is taking forever, and I apologize for that, but we are a little outmatched here. I want to make sure that this works. Okay, there we go. Now that they are dead, just go ahead and fire on the vampire. I don't know how well this is going to work. These vampires are pretty tough. She hasn't cast anything in a long time. The way the magic system generally works is that there's a limited pool of magic from which all the casters on the battlefield draw, and it does run out eventually, so maybe she cast so much during the early part of the battle that she ran out. In theory, being a normal human-sized figure, she should be able to just run up onto the wall. I'm not saying that she would definitely win in a fight with all the Slayers that are up there, but I think she probably would. It's super weird that this is that she's not responding to this at all. Well, once we've killed her, there's a chance the battle will just, like, end very quickly, right? Because they're going to take a big leadership hit. Nope, they're going to make me do it. Alright, fair enough.
Slayers!
So, we need to get units
Blood!
down into the big box that gives us control of the gate.
Move!
No sense in anybody being up on the wall anymore. And as soon as the box turns yellow, we are in control. We can just grab our units and walk them through the gate.
For the High King!
Oh, they're coming.
We are relentless!
Try to set up the cannons as quickly as possible here.
Slayers!
Boy, we do not have much in the way of units to receive this charge.
Move! We are relentless!
Roll them through as quickly as we can.
Taking aim! They have wronged us! Move to attack! Thunderous!
The Slayer's kind of wrapped around in a way that makes it kind of awkward to shoot here.
On the way! Rip out them!
Hurry, hurry, hurry. They're actually kind of getting torn up. Slayers are good at fighting, or they're good at dealing damage. They're just not good at surviving. Also, vampires should be used to fighting men, which means they should be used to fighting guns. They should know better than this.
Season of our discontent!
Yeah, okay. This is resolved.
Come, Snorri! Get in there!
So let's have the cannons set up over here. We'll move some units along with them to play guard. Well, I guess we should probably wait until this is properly resolved before we move anybody else.
Slayers!
Some of you, I don't know. Get over here. Figure it out. Find room.
For the ancestor gods! Should I go?
And the catapult should... I don't even know what to do with the catapult. If I set it up here, what kind of range do we have from that position? We might be able to launch shots into these crypt horrors. Obviously, catapults aren't super good at hitting flying units. They can sometimes, but... you get a lot of misses when you're firing at aerial stuff. I fast forward the slow repositioning part of this. If we go straight into battle against these things, even as few of them as there are, there's a chance we still lose because, man, we're in bad shape. This has been a little harder on us than I thought it would be. So, okay, we have range. We just don't quite have a shot because of all the obstructions. So I guess the thing to do is to try to set up... oh, we should go back to normal speed. Firing is occurring. I'll try to set up over here a little bit more. It looks like the cannons have opened fire here, and these things are just kind of taking it. Here comes another volley. Well, I mean, they are surviving. One of these guys took a direct hit from a cannonball. That's impressive. Alright, figure out the angle. Make this happen. There is a special morale debuff that occurs when an army only has flying units left. Obviously, it's designed to prevent cheesy nonsense strategies like just only having flying units in your army. But what that means for us is that as soon as these things die, the bats and the Vargeists above them will start to suffer a serious morale penalty. They're going to let me just do this. You know what? Maybe we want to move up into the plaza here, because we're definitely having some angle issues. I know, we're still hitting these shots. They should start to lose morale pretty soon. I guess they don't take a leadership penalty from being shot at by artillery weapons. That's weird. Most units do. You guys not have a shot yet? Catapults don't quite seem to be able to find the... there we go. A lot of erratic rotating back and forth before they actually started shooting there. Well, I mean, like, they probably should charge us instead of just getting murdered. Granted, charging toward us would just get them all killed as well, probably, but it's better than this. Anything's better than this. Well, they found an angle that we can't shoot them at, that's for sure. We've managed to really, really weaken their forces, though. At this point, this unit of Vargeist is the only thing they actually have left. So we'll move forward into the plaza. We'll figure out if we can get a good shot from the plaza here. We don't necessarily have to kill the crypt ghouls right now. Even just getting the cannons into position to try to shoot down Vargeists might be good enough to bring this thing to a close. Actually, you should probably back the hell up so you don't die and bum everybody out. Like, could you guys try to kill the Vargeists? We might be able to provoke them into doing something stupid at least. Let's see. Are those shots hitting? There's some damage. Oh wow, those shots are really hitting. It probably doesn't take too many cannonballs to knock one of these things out of the air. They look like they're just barely staying aloft as it is. All those holes in the wings can't be good for flight. Yeah, wow, Jesus. If we had any more ranged units, it would be lovely to just charge forward and actually go after them. Okay, so their morale has gone all to hell. They're going to just start falling apart here. Okay, that's a win. It was a little sketchy, but it was a win. We don't have much left in terms of our army, but we do have enough left that I don't think it would be easy for that tiny vampire army of 3 units in Essen to come after us. I don't know what those 3 units are, but they're going to have to be able to get through an awful lot of artillery fire. And our Quarrelers and Thunderers will have full ammo again. Also, lots and lots of kills on everybody, which is good for XP. I'm not sure exactly how kill count transfers into experience gained, but I do know that it is the units that get all the kills that get all the XP, so... It might be, to prevent you from getting crazy amounts of XP from fighting zombies, it might be like there's a certain amount of experience awarded based on the percentage of the enemy army that unit kills. We should probably just occupy. That's a lot of money. And do I think I'm going to hold this place? Well, yes, I probably am, right? Because it's in the same province as Castle Drakenhof. We want to hold this province because we want to hold the mine. So let's go ahead and loot and occupy. It's a lot of money. And then we'll just repair the small amount of damage we did. It's fine. 600. We should probably start working on a defensive structure immediately. Public order is in the toilet. Vampire corruption is extremely high. Listen, we'll figure it out. And in the meantime, we're continuing to pressure an enemy that's on the back foot. I think this is good for us on the whole. So, we have a little bit of money to work with now. I probably just want to build... Oh, I already have as many money buildings as I can get in that province. And that's true here as well, I imagine. Oh, we could definitely take down Grand Peak's walls now. We do not need those at all. I don't know what I'll build in that slot, but we could use the money. And yeah, I'll just build one of these here for now. I think that's probably all the money buildings we can put together. Okay, well, that turn was pretty successful. I think we did a lot of damage there. So that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time. We're going to make a lot of legendary quest progress and hopefully get to kill a couple of real big scary vampire monsters. And we'll see you then.